Anemo Gnosis. This Gnosis was originally granted to Barbatos, the Anemo Archon of Mondstadt, by Celestia after the Archon War. It represents freedom, wind, and the idea that people should live without heavy control. Unlike other Archons, Barbatos rarely ruled directly, choosing instead to guide from a distance. In the present timeline, the Gnosis is no longer in his possession, as it was taken by the Fatui Harbinger La Signora under the Tsaritsa's command, showing how even the symbol of freedom could be forcefully claimed. Gnosis. This Gnosis was given to Morax, also known as Rex Lapis, after he emerged victorious in the Archon War. It represents contracts, stability, and the foundations that hold societies together. Morax ruled Liu for thousands of years, shaping it through agreements and order. However, in a carefully planned decision, he willingly handed his Gnosis over to the Fatui, specifically to the Tsaritsa through her agents, believing that humanity no longer needed a god to govern them. Electro Gnosis. This Gnosis originated with the Electro Archon of Inazuma, tied to the concept of eternity and the desire to preserve a perfect, unchanging state. It was associated with the Raiden Shogun, though much of its story is complicated by the existence of Ai and her puppet ruler. Rather than being taken by force, the Gnosis eventually ended up in the hands of the Fatui through diplomatic exchange, again placing it under the control of the Tsaritsa as part of her growing collection. Dendro Gnosis. This Gnosis was first held by Greater Lord Rukhade Vata, the original Dendro Archon, and later passed to Lesser Lord Kusanali, known as Nahida, after the previous Archon's disappearance. It represents wisdom, knowledge, and the flow of information. In Sumeru, it became central to a system that controlled how people accessed knowledge. Eventually, Nahida traded the Gnosis to the Fatui in exchange for critical information, meaning it is now also in the possession of the Tsaritsa. Hydro Gnosis. This Gnosis belongs to the Hydro Archon of Fontaine and represents justice, law, and the structure of judgment. It reflects a nation where trials and fairness are central to daily life. While its full journey is less clearly shown, it originates from Celestia like the others and is tied to the authority of the Hydro Archon. In the current timeline, it is strongly implied that the Fatui are working toward obtaining it, aligning with the Tsaritsa's ongoing goal of collecting all Gnoses. Pyro Gnosis. This Gnosis is connected to the Pyro Archon of Natlan and symbolizes war, passion, and raw strength. Like the others, it was granted after the Archon War and serves as a source of divine authority. Although much about Natlan remains unknown, the Gnosis is expected to reflect a culture built on conflict and resilience. Its current holder is the Pyro Archon, but it is likely a future target for the Fatui and the Tsaritsa. Cryo Gnosis. This Gnosis is held by the Tsaritsa herself, the Cryo Archon of Snezhnia, and represents love, though expressed in a distant and controlled way. Unlike the other Archons, she has not lost her Gnosis and instead is actively gathering the others. Its origin is the same as the rest, granted after the Archon War, but its role is different as it fuels her larger plan. Through the Fatui Harbingers, she now possesses multiple Gnoses, making her the central figure in their collection.